What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and we are back. It's been a while. I can't lie. I haven't done a panel show in a minute since like maybe Chelsea or something like that. But we are back, and we are back with the boys. How are you guys doing, man? How just the feeling? How y'all doing, man?
Chilling, doing well.
Good. Could have been better, but we good. You know what I mean?
We got close.
We got close, man. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm happy, man.
Fakado, what about you, guy? Fakado, what about you? And Omar, hey, big up Omar BYT. What you saying, my guy?
Big up, man. Big up to you guys. What's going on?
Big up, man. I mean, I'm still recovering. You guys know my voice is different because I'm still recovering. But look, I'm not really mad. I mean, yeah, we got knocked out on aggregate, but like, I'm still happy that we played good. And this is the performance that I want to see moving forward. I don't want to see first half a little, and then the second half we start waking up. I want to see that performance from the start to finish. So I'm good, man. I'll be better. You know, better days are coming.
Yo, listen, I'll be honest. Yeah, you know what? Gutsy performance, proud performance. At the end of the day, I said this to Hafed when we did our show. I said, listen, I think that we're gonna see this team play like a team, like players who have nothing to lose. You understand what I mean, right? And that's what we saw. Like, at the end of the day, the Barca players could have just tanked it. We could have just said, hey, you know what? 4-0. The game is already over. Let's be real. We still got the Champions League. We still got the league to worry about. Don't matter. Let's just put this on the back burners, right? But you can see the mentality of these players. You can see the mentality of this manager that he still said, hey, 4-0 down, don't matter. You go out there, you fight. You go out there, you fight. And you know what? We fought. I know those players wanted it. I know they wanted that cup. We wanted to retain this trophy. And I saw that yesterday. Right? These players showed me that they still wanted to retain this cup. They wanted to do the treble again, the domestic treble again. They wanted to do the quadruple again. I like that mentality, right? Because here's the thing. This is what we always do. Like, at the end of the day, obviously, I'm not making this a Madrid Barca thing, but, you know, we've seen Madrid. There's a reason why they haven't done the treble, because most of the time they have shown tendencies of, you know, consider the more trophies more important than others. You understand what I mean? Right? Whereas with Barca, we consider every trophy important. We don't sneer at any trophy because we are like, okay, we're going to get this trophy done. What is the first trophy to win? All right, Super Cup. We're going to go win that. And then what's the next trophy to win? Copa del Rey. We're going to go win that. Right? What's the next trophy to win? The league. We're going to go win that. Right? What's the next trophy to win? Champions League. We're going to go win that. Do you understand what I mean, right? The mentality is always the first trophy that is available to win, we're going to go and win it. You understand what I mean? That could be our only trophy of the season. We don't know. We have no idea.
I mean, Omar, listen, we're gonna get into it, guys. Big up to the chat. Big up Andrew. Big up my guy Iconic. Big up my guy Zoe Segula, right? You know what I'm saying? Big up to everybody in here. Iconic, once again, user, right? Big up to the whole chat. Big up Leo for a super chat. Guys, I'm gonna ask you right now. You guys know me. You don't need a super chat. I always appreciate every single dono, you know what I'm saying, to the channel. But guys, all I'm asking y'all is to smash up the likes and subscribe to the channel. That's all we're trying to do. We're trying to hit 3K subscribers as soon as possible. Smash up the likes. And big up Leo for the super. Man says, Visca Barca, always. Of course. But listen, I mean, let's actually, like, speak about the game because I'll be honest, bro. Like, I knew that it was an uphill battle from the start. Like, we lost the first leg 4-0. Like, let's be honest, man. It was always going to be tough for us to come back. And I said, if we're even in a position where it's like the last 5-10 minutes and we just need a goal, I would sign up for it. And we just fell short. And and as much as I love the effort and some of these players, man, like I'm going to speak about Bernal later on. Like, what a player, bro. Marc Bernal thrown into the deep end and he steps up. Cabarsi with the best game of his career steps up. Lamine Yamal absolutely balled out. People want to say small game player. What are they talking about, bro? Like, Lamine Yamal was amazing. So, I mean, it hurts, but at the end of the day, we only really got ourselves to blame because of the first leg, bro. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. I mean, I don't know who you guys blame that on, But I would say I'm gonna blame that on the manager, to be honest, because I felt like if Flick adjusted and just did a bit of like damage limitation in the first leg, I think we're through. I think we're through to the second. To the final.
Look, man. At the end of the day, I feel like we've kind of taken all our frustrations out in the first leg. We know who was wrong, who didn't do the right things, and here's the thing: we all agree that the manager was the problem, right? Now the players should take blame. Don't get it twisted. But we put all most of that blame on the manager because we said at least lose with some dignity. Now we're looking at this performance yesterday, and we're thinking, bro, if we had lost that game, even 3-1, we would have been in the final.
You facts.
You understand what I mean, right? So you're thinking that's the problem. Lose with some dignity because it's a two-legged tie. You just have to like at the end of the day, even in the Champions League, I don't expect us to win every game to reach the final. But when it comes down to it, right? Lose with some respect. Lose with in a way where you still give us something to believe in the second leg. But we didn't do that. And that's why we ended up having to go to this uphill battle. But look, at the end of the day, it was a great performance. It was a good surprise. That is what I'm more proud of. Like, at the end of the day, we didn't expect to win this tie. Many of us had a little, it was most of it was wishful thinking, right? We were thinking, listen, we got nothing to lose. Go out there and prove us wrong. If we bring this back, guess what? We're going to be sitting here being the most shameless fans in the world, because we're going to be like, hey, nobody gave us a shot. No one gave us a shot, and we proved every single one of you guys that we are the real comeback kings. Like, bro, you can see all the Madrid fans how they were celebrating in the end, because they were sweating. They actually couldn't believe we actually made it that close. They didn't think it was ever going to be that close. That's how incredible we are, right? That's how incredible we are. And fair play to the players. And now the only thing I'm going to say is continue this. I want to see this mentality. It's not just the performance. The mentality that I saw yesterday is what I was impressed with.
No, facts.
I want you to show me this mentality in the league for the rest of the season, because if you show me this mentality, we're going to win every game for the rest of the season. I promise you. I promise you, we can win every game for the rest of the season like this, right? Champions League, same thing. There's going to be a lot of two-legged ties. Show me this mentality from the start. You understand what I mean, right? Relentless, bro. One thing I love about
Omar, I want to say this, bro, and I want to get the other guys involved real quick. But my thing is that, Omar, I actually respect these group of players more than like the final years of like Lionel Messi, because the final years of Lionel Messi, think about it. We lost to Roma. We lost to Anfield, right? Liverpool, right? We lost 8-2 to Bayern. Like, that's a joke. And then we lost the year after. We lost the year after to Paris Saint-Germain, like 4-1 in like the second leg or first. I forgot. But it's not a good losses. We're losing without reply. We're losing in a horrible way. But these guys, these young players under Flick, they have a good mentality. I know we lost we were bad in the first leg, but I think they got more heart. That's what I'm trying to say. And
Jonas, this is the last thing I'm going to say before I let the rest of the panel continue. One thing I did love yesterday that I've not seen much this season, but I really want to see is the intensity, bro. Facts. Did you see the way we were literally snuffing these guys out when they had the ball? Bro, the moment the goalkeeper gave the Atletico defender the ball, bro, you just had like literally, bro, on them, bro. No air to breathe, bro. They couldn't even hold on to the ball for 2 seconds. Continue this. Do this. We know that we have the players for it. We have young players that have the energy.
But it's very hard, Omar. It's kind of hard to like maintain that, because you saw how we lost 2 players because of it,
No. Obviously it is. Yeah. Obviously it is, right? I'm not
What's going on, boys?
Hey, bigger volume.
But this is the point. The reason, I know in the league probably not, but in the Champions League, if you look at in the Champions League, the draw that we have, right? The road that we have to reach the final. I'm just thinking, listen, man, play like this, especially in the home games. Because we're going to have a lot of the first legs in our home stadium, right? Take advantage. Go out there and win heavy. Win with intensity, right? Because second legs are going to be much tougher, especially when we play the Arsenals of the world in the semifinals if we do reach the semis. But
you can't play like that week in, week out. I think Warrior did.
I know.
The issue is that you're coming into the game basically down 4-0, so you have to go for it. That's why the intensity was so high. We lost, Koundé and Balde. To me, Balde more so. I think Koundé probably did something because we weren't really playing that much thus far. But you cannot play like that in every single game, and especially the spacing behind as well. We were willing to let Kubarsi single-handedly hold the defensive line on his own, which is why he had a remarkable performance. He was holding off Julian, Antoine Griezmann, Lookman, and Sorloth all by himself, which was absolutely sensational. But you cannot do that on a week-to-week basis. But like you mentioned, the intensity in the final third, showing that going for a goal, it was something that we can definitely do on a week-to-week basis, and we could have maybe made the comeback.
It's the point I'm trying to make. Not even every game. I feel like,
but again, when you look at in big games, if you do that and you leave, space for a Bayern Munich front three or a PSG front three, you're gonna get found out. At the end of the day, Julian has scored like 2 goals this year. Lookman just came. Simeone just a cross and a pace merchant. Griezmann hit the post, but like when you leave the space for like Harry Kane, Olise, Diaz,
no, I disagree. Boris. I disagree. I think Atletico Madrid are very underrated, and I think what.
They're underrated with 0 trophies in the past.
Yeah, but you're giving.
I'm sorry, they've been garbage.
You're giving them credit for hitting the post offsides.
No, I'm just saying that they made a chance though. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Lookman could have scored with a header as well.
The header for Lookman, the free header was open. Anyone with decent height would have scored that.
But we knew this was gonna happen, and we talked about this. Me and you, we said, bro, Atletico gonna have chances. Why? Because we are gonna just throw everything at them. We were like, bro, we were gonna go for losing the game in the second leg to win the game. And Atleti, they were like, Simeone came in and said, yo, let's just park the bus, park everything in the back. They barely attack, and when they attack, they look dangerous. But I think Flick realized that. And Flick was like, listen, bro, just go out there and just attack. And if we lose,
you're proving my point exactly, because since we went for it, there was space in behind for the players to exploit, and they couldn't exploit it. Right. You can't do that on a week-to-week basis, especially in the Champions League. You can make it go for it in the final third as well. But if you leave any sort of space in behind against the elite teams in Europe, they will find you out. We've seen this over the past years. Inter scored more goals than us last year because we had space at the back, and Dumfries ended up exploiting us like crazy down the right-hand side. So these are the things that you can keep an eye out for. But of course, seeing what we did in the attack was fantastic. We probably should have made the comeback in this game. Let's be honest, with the amount of chances that we missed this game. Raphinha for that missing twice as well. Cancelo chance, the Gerard Martin chance as well. We should have probably made the comeback in this game. Even Lamine Yamal, any of them were semi-accurate. The one in the first half where he cut inside, that was phenomenal as well. So there are massive positives to take from this game. But saying that we should play like this week in, week out is more suicidal than the line that people.
Maybe I need to just maybe I misquoted. I didn't.
Hey, Warrior, I want to hear what you got to say though, Warrior, and then Volume, and then Ficado. Warrior, speak, bro.
I mean, I'm not really angry about this loss, man. I mean, the boys, the middle's proud. I mean, this is literally what we needed. I mean, the tie of the fixture was lost at Wanda. 4-0 was very, very hard to recover from. And they just showed passion. And the fact that they made it this close without even conceding a goal is actually fantastic. And you can see when the referee blew the whistle right like to 2 last minutes, they were just giving the ball away. Like, they were so tired. They gave it all. They just left it on the pitch. And I want to give a shout out to Kubarsi, who I thought was arguably his best game of the career so far. I mean, that last ditch tackle on Alex Baena was one of the best I've seen.
God.
Like, Juan Garcia literally had to come out of these box and just patting on the back.
If he would have made the comeback, everybody would have went back to that play that he did on Baena.
That would have been insane.
Marc Bernal, a lot of people doubted him starting this game even. And the guy is actually a goal scorer. He has a knack for goal scoring. Like, I mean, that second goal, Kubarsi, he made that run, amazing finish on the volley. He literally had a better box presence than Ferran Torres for that first goal. He was just fishing in front of the goal. I mean, who else want to talk? The team, they gave it all, man. Cancelo, he had a great game in my opinion as well. Man, I can give it credit all the time, but I'm just proud of the boys, man. This is what we needed.
And the intensity, bro. The intensity was crazy, bro. Like I know. Bro, like, I don't know if Koundé and Balde got injured because of the intensity, but, bro, we were playing like we had like 3-4 lungs out there. Legit. I know the chances when they did break through were obviously big chances, but, dude, we were suffocating them. It was pure domination. That's the best game.
Martin was good as well.
All year long. Gerard Martin.
Shout out to
Maldini.
Yeah, but Volume, what you saying about the game, man? Barca falls short, but it was an insane effort. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was a great effort. I think that's all Barca fans wanted, right? I think the whole community right now just kind of don't feel as bad. I thought I was going to be very disappointed if we didn't make it through the final. But the performance did help a ton, in my opinion, especially for me. Like, it's just like, I don't remember, like, the one thing I said when I posted my preview, I said, you know what? I just want Barca to just give it all and make me feel that we're coming back at some point in the game. I don't care when it is. I just want to have that feeling that we're coming back. And you know what? When Marc Bernal scored that third goal, it was at least 20 minutes to go up until that point. We still had a good amount of time to score. If you would have asked me before the game, I would have signed in the dotted line. I would have said, you know what? Yeah, give me 20 minutes to score a goal at the Camp Nou with the fans and everything. And unfortunately, right, we did get that goal. But if you look at the last maybe 15 minutes of that game, we just didn't have the legs, man. We gave it all throughout the entire match from the get-go. For some reason, the game before last, Fermin Lopez was running around like a maniac. Apparently, he wasted so much of his juice because he was gassed like in the first half. He was running. He was
pressing like crazy.
Yeah, he was giving everything he had, right? But he was some players were basically tired at the half because this is how intense this game was. And these games are very dangerous because when you put all the intensity out, you can get injured. And we saw with Balde. I don't think Koundé was that because it was too early. It was too early.
It was 10 minutes in, yeah.
It's only. I think it might have just been a coincidence. But I was very afraid that maybe Bernal. I kind of saw him limping around there for a minute at the end of the game. I was very, very concerned with Pedri Gonzalez, and this is one of my takes that I had with Dave, and some people disagreed, and I understand. I think Flick should have just subbed out Pedri Gonzalez
but he tried to though,
and people had a problem with that. And I understand. Listen, I understand it's Copa del Rey, and we want to win everything, right? We just want to go for everything, but we can't just have tunnel vision. Like, okay, Copa del Rey, let's make it to the final. There's still 15 minutes to go. If Flick felt like he had to ask Pedri out, Pedri should have been out. He was very tired. Like he was super tired. Like I was so afraid for him to pull a Hemi, and I was like, dude, I think. I never said it in my match reaction, but now that I had a day to think about it, I'm like, dude, what if Pedri, let's say that he would have pulled the rabbit out of the hat and he made a pass to Lamine and Lamine scores. Dude, that's 4-4. Right. We got to go into overtime. And guess what? Pedri is coming out regardless because he can't run. A lot of players are coming out regardless because they can't run. So we got to take it to overtime somehow, some way, try to get to penalty kicks or something or a miracle goal. But my point is, I could leave right now losing this game. I could not leave with the fact that we left Pedri out when we should have subbed him out, and we left him out there. If we pull the Hemi and he's out for a month and he can't play against Newcastle without Frenkie de Jong, I think Flick should have been the grown up.
I agree. To be fair, so I'll just say this, Volume, right? I think that Flick was planning on taking off Pedri early.
He said this.
Right?
Yeah, he asked him.
I think he was. I think he was planning on taking him off in the 70th minute, just when we scored. I think that was when he was planning on taking him off before, because it was 2-0. There was still a lot of time, 20 more minutes, but we still had like 3 more goals to score.
Casado even warmed up.
Actually completed. So he was kind of looking at it, and he was maybe considering taking him off because you saw what Araujo was coming on. Pedri was talking to like the manager too, because I think the manager was telling him, "Yo,
Omar, Casado was literally right behind.
Exactly. So he was clearly telling him, and you could see Pedri was walking up to him. He's like, "No, I don't want to come off yet." And then the goal, and then we scored the goal, and then you could still see Flick was like, "Yo, when do you want to come off?" And Flick and Pedri kept on saying, "No, I don't want to come off. I'm good. I don't feel anything."
He also missed a couple passes because he was gassed.
Yeah. So, he was gassed. I agree. He was gassed. I think it was more the fact that Flick was worried. Like, "Yo, are you feeling something?"
Because we got to be thinking Champions League. We got to be thinking La Liga, which are more important titles than just making it to the overtime in Copa del Rey.
I think also the adrenaline. I think it's also the adrenaline from the players as well, right? Because
players never want to come out. Players never want to come out.
Let me just say this real quick, right? My thing is that I'm with Flick on this because Pedri was so gassed. It's not like Pedri was like at 80%. This dude was at 5%. The guy was like Pedri. I saw a couple missed passes. It's not because he's bad. It's because he's so exhausted. Like Flick sees the game from the outside. He knows what's best for the team. And what's the point at that point? Like, it's because, okay, I know it's going to sound crazy, but Casado 100% and Pedri at 10%. Like, come on, let's not joke around. It's not worth the risk.
Give
for
me Pedri at 5%.
We don't
Oh
know
my
what will
gosh!
happen.
Come on, guys, this is mad, bro. Like,
But also let's
might get
think
injured.
about it this way. What if the game had gone to extra time, he took a Pedri and brought on Casado and maybe like just tried to defend.
My problem is not having Pedri at 5 or 10%. My problem is risking injury. That's what I'm most worried about when we have more important games coming up. And if anybody disagrees, remember, Flick was about to sub off Marc Bernal against Rayo Vallecano when he got injured. And a lot of people forget this. And Flick like took it personal because Flick said, no, I was going to sub him off, and I told the referee that I'm subbing off somebody else and cancel that. And he gets injured at the end of the game. And I know it's very easy to say we're going for every title, we're gonna keep everybody there. But if somebody gets injured, you're thinking of one game when we have so much more to play for in the future. To me, I thought we risked a lot, and guess what? Atletico Madrid is the one who's playing in the final, and now we have two guys injured at the end of the day, and it's not worth it.
No, let me just say this more real quick, guys. Hey, guys, we got 40 people in the building right now. Guys, early doors, smash up the likes. I know you guys are enjoying the content. We got a box office panel. Smash that like button. Let's get to 30 likes ASAP, right? And I mean, Omar, go ahead. What were you saying, bro?
So I would say this, right? I think fair play to every player on that pitch. I'm gonna be real. Everyone carried themselves in the pitch except one.
Yeah.
And you know what, right? I'm sorry. Because we talked about him before the podcast, me and you, Hafed, and we're talking about him after the podcast. I'm sorry, man. I'm tired. I am exhausted because I hate repeating myself when it comes to certain players, but I'm sick and tired of repeating myself. I told people since I've been on this platform of YouTube, I have said, you see this Ferran Torres dude, when his purple patch is gone, it's like playing with 10 men on the pitch. It's one thing you not scoring, you not assisting, but if you are at least being a problem in the box for the opponents, for the defenders, maybe you're putting defenders to issues so that the other players can perform.
Yeah,
I can deal with that. The problem with Ferran Torres is this dude is literally stifling my attack, bro. How is it possible that you just mentioned it? How is it that Bernal is better positionally than you are? This dude, every single time he was in the box, Raphinha and Yamal kept on just putting the ball in the box. This guy was getting bulldozed in the box so easily. I'm like, brother.
Bro, Omar, I'm going to be so real with you. Omar, Ferran, I'll be honest. I'm telling you guys, the day Flick leaves, Ferran's got to go.
Bro, I'm going to be real. Forget about when Flick leaves. I'm going to be real, man. This, what we are witnessing with Ferran Torres is not something we are surprised to. That's the thing. Let's be honest. This guy's been here 5 years, okay? When his purple patch is gone, this is always how he plays. When his purple patch hits, this guy is incredible. He can go on like a 10-game winning goal scoring run where he is making everybody think, yo, this guy right now is in the form of his life. He needs to start every week now. He's been playing very, very well. He's playing that the striker, the squad is starting right now. And then the purple patch ends. And then when it ends, bro, it's like, dude, it's like, bro, this guy is like he forgets how to play football.
He's not a 9. He's not a 9.
Bro, but this is the problem. This is why I'm involved. This is why I value.
But I wasn't so down on him on the chances that he missed inside the box. The one thing that really pissed me off, it was one play where Pedri was coming in transition, and there was only two people. It was just Pedri and him, and Pedri went through two midfielders, and it was three defenders, Ferran Torres, and Ferran Torres is like running like a deer in headlights. And Pedri is gas, bro. It's like the 70th minute, and Pedri is gas, and he left them all alone, turned his back, and made a run. Like, where are you going, bro? Come in. Let me give you the ball, because I'm freaking tired.
Yo, you know what it is? Volume
is ridiculous.
This guy, Ferran, I'm telling you, bro, that happened a couple times. Omar, it wasn't the finishes only. Volume's right. This guy wasn't making the runs, bro. He wasn't even making the runs.
I know these things, and this is the things that really frustrates me about this dude starting, because it's not just the goals. I want you guys to understand. It's not just the goals that make me not want to see this brother start. It's because of his positioning most of the time. He's not in the box when he needs to be. When he is in the box, this brother can't even control the freaking ball when they put the... Bro, how many times did you they did pass him the ball and he miscontrolled the ball. How many times in this game alone? This is the issue, man. Like, this is why I'm like, it's like play with 10 men, because it's like, dude, you are offering nothing. You're not in the right position. And when you give me the ball, you're not doing anything with it.
You know how much easier it was you have a prolific striker. Dude, I watched the game Borussia Dortmund against Bayern Munich over the weekend. When you have Harry Kane, bro, dude, and it's not even it's not even just the goals, man. I've seen, how many times I've seen Harry Kane behind the back, picked up the ball from whether that is Gnabry, or if he's picking up from the ball from Carl or somebody, he's picking up right outside the box, he's coming out of the box, and he's hitting Olise in stride, dude. A nice little through pass from Harry Kane to freaking, how many times have I seen any striker from Barca give Lamine Yamal a nice through pass so he can score? Never, bro.
He has a 60 million euro release clause, boys. I've been telling you to sign.
Bro, no, bro. I would trigger the buyout clause, bro. Are you kidding me?
Last night was.
What I'm saying is, I'm talking about if we had a strike. I'm not talking about, okay, let's bring on Harry Kane. Of course, that's the easy answer. But what I'm saying is, we don't have that. We need a 9, and that's easy, as clear as anybody can see it. Because listen, bros, I'm not talking about just goals. I'm talking about link up play from a number 9. Yes, bro. That's just like I'm giving you an example of the kind of football abilities that a player like Harry Kane brings to Bayern Munich. Not just football wise in terms of scoring, but in terms of link up play. He's hitting freaking dimes to Olise. He's hitting dimes to Luis Diaz. Exactly. So it's just like, dude, we need something.
Imagine last night. We would have done a much better job.
Last night, let me tell you guys something. This game was crying out for. I'm not saying that I want him. Maybe he might. My first option is Harry Kane. But someone like Osimhen would have absolutely feasted that nice, bro.
Any good striker would have cooked yesterday.
Bro, we need someone who has a box stretch.
Somebody who can attack the box.
Sell him at this point. Like,
trust me, Ferran Torres, like Volume said, he's not a striker. This guy, when he came through Valencia, he was a right winger. Let's be honest. Even his first season, he was used to play on the left, on the right. This guy is a guy getting shoehorned.
He's a goal scoring winger, basically. That's what
we literally play with a false 9 and we don't know it. We play with a false 9 and we don't know it, dude. He's not a 9. He's a
volume. But us as fans know it because we see it every week. This is why when during the season, right, I kept on insisting, even though he's finished, even though he's not the same guy, I would rather have him start. I would rather start Lewandowski. I would rather start Rashford in the 9. I've been saying this because
you know what's crazy, Omar?
My problem with Rashford
is not just the goal.
He can't finish any better than Ferran, bro. Like he just
but come on. Lewandowski played in the game against in the weekend, in our weekend game, right? Look at what he did in a few minutes. He scored. Remember, he scored. People are gonna say.
My only question is, why haven't we just tried Raphinha at the 9, bro? Like
that's not a bad idea.
Raphinha
and this is left winger and put him up front, though.
But this is what I would say. This is what I would say. So look, if the more you think, the more I think about it, dude. I'm starting to think about this. I might maybe make a video on this because I'm feeling like, okay, I saw some limitations with Raphinha when we're playing against a low block. He's trying to go past players. He's trying to dribble past players. He can't do that. He's more in space. He's more vertical per se, right? So might as well just put him as a striker, bring on Rashford on the left, and just have him as a striker, see what happens. Because right now we are so toothless up front, especially right now with Lewandowski out. With Lewandowski out, just try Raphinha at the 9, bro. Just do it. Just do it. It's better than Ferran Torres, and he can finish. He can finish.
You know what it is, but you know what it is also, right? What the thing is, Valiant. If you experiment that, it might work. It might not work, but if it doesn't work, then all of a sudden now you've got like a player in Raphinha who is our best left winger, right? He's our best left winger, right? If you're doing that, right, at the end of the day, let's be real. Rashford, yes, he's played on the left, but let's be real, he's not Raphinha. He's nowhere near Raphinha's level on that left hand side. You understand what I mean? I for me would rather have Rashford in the 9 because at least if I have Rashford in the 9, I still have my wingers who I know will do the jobs in the wings, right? And Rashford, let's be clear, even Dave said this, and I agreed with Dave on this, right? When you look at Rashford was actually a striker. You know when we just talked about with Ferran Torres how he started as a winger?
I can't tell.
Rashford started
he's a bit iffy though, the finishing too.
No, when he started his career, bro,
I can't tell. One-on-one against Courtois. I could not tell my life that he has been a striker before.
But that's the thing. But you know what it is also? It's also because he has not played as a striker for Barcelona. Since he's been at this club, right, we played him as a winger. And here's another thing. You also have to understand, when it comes to Barcelona, we need our strikers to make certain kinds of runs. Like we know Barcelona, when it comes to strikers, we need certain kind of strikers at this club. This is why you just talked about Harry Kane volume, right? Because when it comes to Kane, it's not just his goals, it's his link-up play. And when it comes to strikers in Barcelona, we need strikers that also are good with their link-up play. Positionally, they need to be in the
You know what's crazy, Omar, though? Like, I know like you guys are having this Kane debate. Bro, dude, if Ferran was on it today, we do history. If Ferran Torres was on it and just he had 4 chances, some of them were difficult, but he should have scored 2. He missed some easy ones, bro.
The last one, Lamine Yamal gave it to him. He should have scored.
Bro, my thing is, bro, Warrior, I'm not joking. At our very
he's got no confidence, bro. He doesn't even position his body properly to strike.
Zero composure. He has no composure.
He's holding his back, you know that, right? Like,
pro.
Think about it. Miguel, everybody, Barca boy, what's it called? Warrior, Omar, Ficado. Bro, chat, we had basically the perfect game, and our striker let us down. We had the perfect game.
Exactly.
Our pressing on it. Our defense, Cabarsi steps. Everybody individually, like I'll say 80% of the guys individually won their matchups. It was amazing to see. But our striker held us back, and this is why, as much as I always say, if it's down to me, I'll prioritize some defense. But, bro, if we had a striker, a lot of these games, we're putting it to bed.
So easy, bro. It's so easy.
I'm telling you, yes, exactly, because I'm done with Ferran Torres. And now that I have got something to say, this guy, how many more chances is this guy going to have? Like, bro, if it's against Real Betis, he'll bag a goal or 2. But, like, other than that, where are you? Only Real Betis he scores against. Like, we need you to score every single game. He misses chance after chance after chance after chance after chance and blah, 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 blah. Like, we have a generational talent in Lamine Yamal. I'm not going to say his full government name. And we have Ferran Torres, this so-called shark, who is nothing but a fish, a sardine.
Yo, I got a real question. Who the hell nicknamed this guy the shark? This is not a shark, bro.
He's not a shark. He's not a shark,
bro.
He's not a shark. He's not a shark.
I still can't believe David Villa said he's better than him.
Oh my God! Wait! David Villa said what? Wait! Hold on.
Yeah,
David Villa said what?
There is video footage of David Villa saying Ferran Torres is better than him.
No.
Listen, respectfully, bro, David Villa, I understand. Listen, David Villa, I know you're probably a very humble dude, but
let's be serious.
They're interviewing them and they're saying you or Luis Suarez. You or this or you or that, and they literally tell him you or Ferran, and it's funny because he kept saying other better strikers.
I think maybe Fernando Torres.
He said David Villa. They said you or Ferran. He said Ferran, bro.
I think it's Fernando Torres.
You know what's crazy?
He did.
You know what's crazy? I did say we should have signed Jonathan David in the summer as a free agent, and he would have been a decent striker.
He's worse, bro.
He's worse, man. Season,
wait, who did he play for? Juventus?
Yeah,
bro. He barely scores, bro.
One thing I will say though is it's apparent that it's an issue. We cannot be finishing this game. Okay, reason why we couldn't get this game over the cross line was because we were just tired. We didn't have the legs, and we're ending the game with Ronald Araujo as a striker. He used to be a striker when he was young, but what I'm saying is we don't have anybody, bro. Like
you said after the game as well that he came in.
I thought Araujo was playing center back. Why? I was gonna ask you guys why were they seeing Araujo playing up top? I thought it was.
Araujo said after the game that they've been practicing over the past few days in training of him playing up front, and he was disappointed that when he went up front for 20 minutes, he didn't get any chance. Not one chance he get.
I can't tell they've been practicing because he's left offside twice.
Yeah,
at the end of the game.
This guy, man.
I understand you're not a striker. Araujo. I do. I really do. But since you're in Little League, they teach you if you're over, you're offsides, bro. You're offside. You understand that? Like that has nothing to do with being a striker or being a defender. If you're over, you're offside. You have to be back on the line, bro. Like it's just like, and I got really furious because I'm like, dude,
bro,
this is a very important chance. It was a very nice ball, and he's offside, man. Like he can't get back.
For me, I said, you know what really, when you look at the game in game, right? When you look back now, I was saying that we should have started Araujo in the game, and I also said we should have started Rashford. When you look at the game, the way the game went, especially considering the amount of corners, we had 15 corners in this game.
Yeah,
15. You know, I'm like, bro, how did Rashford delivered in all those corners to Araujo's head? You're telling me out of those 15 corners, we could have been lucky.
To be honest, we scored from 2 corners in this game.
Atletico was actually marking Araujo extremely well, though. And those, I noticed. They understood what Barca was trying to do with those corners. They actually had very nice pressing on them. I saw him. Araujo, I'm looking at you, and I saw him like he was getting marked them extremely, like double team in those corners.
The first goal came from a corner. Bernal scored. The second, the Bernal goal, Cancelo cross as well, was from a set piece. We took 2 goals away from possible 15 corners, but I think we actually did pretty well. I mean, the box was very packed, so a single delivery, I don't think Araujo would have scored from there either, bro. Unless it was Albacete in which he scored from. So I think we did pretty much well with the corners we got.
But you know what, guys? Go ahead, Jonas. You want to say something?
I just want to address 2 things. Yo, guys, we have we basically have 70 people in the building. Guys, run up the likes. Let's get at least 60 likes ASAP. Guys, whatever the likes are, it is not enough. Come on now, guys. And also, subscribe to the channel. Are you not entertained? A box office show for all of y'all. Smash up the likes and subscribe. And also, thank you for the super chat, my guy Woo, right? Man said, Deco out. Listen, I got something to say about that, by the way, man. I'm starting to switch up on Deco in a good way. You know, I've been negative, but he said Deco out. I'll push this into every convo until he's out. You can choose to stay on it or talk about something else. I don't care. Well, I'll just say this real quick, right? Because I don't really, it's kind of off topic. But, bro, we got to see what Deco can do in the 1-to-1 rule, bro. I've been saying Deco out, but you know my boy Half-Fed, my boy Volume, these guys have persuaded me to just maybe give this guy one shot, one chance. So I'm not on his case as much, bro. But I hear it, bro.
I don't understand how it's Deco's fault that we got knocked out the Copa del Rey.
I didn't blame Deco before anyone.
I don't know if he was the manager. I don't know if he's in the midfield back in 2006. I don't know what he did to get Deco.
Unless he said we could win the championship with Ferran Torres.
That Kubarsi goal, bro, in the first leg. This is why it's so difficult to come back from a 4-0 deficit, because even if we just score 1 goal in the first leg, look at the difference it would have made towards the second leg. And this is where, as Barca, as not as Barca fans, but Barcelona as an institution, they have to rethink how they approach these knockout stages, bro, because I am sick of it. Because we were supposed to learn from our mistakes from the Inter Milan game, and here we are going guns blazing. The game is 2-0. We don't change, and they just keep going at us, man. And it just snowballed into a 4-0 in the first quarter, basically, of basically 4 halves. If you think about it, like in NBA terms, like if you're just giving away these many goals, man, how are you gonna come back? That's just ridiculous, man. It's insane.
I want to say this.
I know, but we just have to, bro. We just have to stop saying we're gonna learn from this. We do this every single time, and I'm just freaking sick of it. We just have to show up and just think of these 2-legged ties, man, as a 2-game race, not as a 1-game race where you're just trying to punch. And if you think of it in boxing terms, bro, if you're just throwing punches, you get knocked the hell out.
Yeah,
you get knocked the hell out. You gotta be more guarded, man. This is the thing.
No, I know what you mean. Volume. We need to be more smart in these 2-legged ties. And I look at everything like the last season, this season, right, and our tie against Newcastle and how we lost against Atletico Madrid. I'm gonna be honest. I've already came down to. I was thinking about the tie, how we lost to Atletico 4-3 on aggregate. I am not going to blame the players that much. I really am not. I like the fight. And ultimately, they're listening to their manager and volume. I know we're blaming FERRAN and stuff, but I feel like in the first leg, I feel like the main guy is Hansi Flick, man. I understand in the second leg, he showed great fight. He brought this mentality. But I feel like in-game management, Hansi Flick needs to understand when his style is not working. And forget not working. We're getting beat up like in the first leg. It's 2-0. We have a shot to change. Forget winning the game. Damage limitation.
Yeah, dude. Right? Let's get out with a 2-0 and let's take it back to the Camp Nou and see what they can do over there. Bring on the defenders.
4-0 is too much.
Everybody was making fun of Cholo Simeone, and they were afraid. You can say they were afraid. They said they were shitting their pants. You can say whatever you want. He was bringing on like 4 defenders at the end of the game. But guess what? We saying, oh, they're chicken and they're playing haram ball. Okay, and who's playing in that final?
That's
exactly.
What I'm saying.
Exactly.
Listen,
what they did. Real quick, right? My thing is this: Atletico, they just played a little bit smarter than us. That's the only reason why they're in it. Because
they got lucky though. Joan Garcia goal was lucky, bro. That's a lucky.
I know. But my thing is this volume in that UCL, right? And I want to talk to you about that after like Omar goes, right? My thing is Hansi Flick in these first legs when it's all going south, and this is the away leg. What do they always say in Europe? Just don't lose away from home. Get the draw away from home. Bring it back home. Get the dub. Right? That's what I'm asking.
We started losing to Inter 2-0 in the first leg, dude. 2-0. The same thing happened against Atletico Madrid. We ended up being a 4-0. So we gotta look in the mirror. We gotta look at. I already said this. I'm riding with Flick until the wheels fall off. I will never say Flick out, but we have to look at ourselves, man, and the way that we're approaching these games, and we gotta do something different, man.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say this because I do actually have to go. But listen, at the end of the day, it's like you mentioned. This is on Flick. This defeat is only on him. I'm sorry. I don't even blame the players enough because I've seen this with this manager, bro. Let's be real here. Right, you just talked about the Inter game. We brought that game 3-3. We went to Giuseppe, and we had a 3-2 lead with seconds to go, and he's playing
90 seconds.
90 seconds to go, and he's playing attack in front, bro. You don't do that. Any manager in the world, heck, even Pep, if he was winning that late, would have said, you know what, everybody go sit back now. 90 seconds, we are not screwing this up, right? And this is the issue here. This brother, sometimes his stubbornness and hard-headedness sometimes causes us. These 2 cups that we've been knocked out in, it's all on him. The fact that in that first leg, we were getting absolutely destroyed on the high line, and he refused to drop the line. You're looking back now and saying, when we were 2-0 down, if he had dropped the line and we had, I don't know, maybe lost the game like 3-1. Sorry, guys, that's my... alarm.
Yeah, but the one thing, but the
point is, hold on, let me finish, volume, right? If he decided when we're 2-0 down, okay, drop the line now, let's lose this game, at least lose it like 3-1 or something, and now we only have like two goals to score in the second leg. Looking back now, we could have looked at it and said, okay, cool.
Dude, make sure your house ain't burning down, bro.
Why we were where we were.
Make sure your house ain't burning down, brother. I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Hey, let me just say
alarms are there for a reason.
Hey, let me say this real quick. Yo, guys, we got basically 7 people in the building. Run up the likes, guys. 60 likes. That's the target, right? And thank you, Emmanuel, for the super chat. Guys, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to reach 3K subscribers as soon as possible. Emmanuel says FERRAN out. Been saying that since 2025. He was scoring goals but missed like 4 chances. I said that it is going to hit us when we play against the big teams. Atletico is a big team. They got a ton of money now. I agree, bro. Like, listen, we're fair.
Okay. I just have one thing to say.
Game from making history.
I do have one thing to say. Don't you guys think we maybe a little bit too harsh on Ferran Torres for this game?
No, not even close.
No, wait, volume. Let me say this right. This game, we're not harsh on him. He deserves the slander. But overall, this season and last year, I think we are.
I understand. He's got what, 14? He got 12 or 14 games without scoring right now. I think his streak is like 12 or 14 games. He's on a crazy.
Nah, bro. Like 3 goals in his 17 games. Like I don't even know. The last goal he scored maybe was against LT.
I got it. Hold up.
Yeah. So
wait,
it's been a long time.
I got it right here. Hold on. Look at this, bro. On Twitter, I seen it right now, bro. Like, can y'all? By the way, the admin did him dirty. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. But like, I'm just saying, Ferran Torres in his last 7 games, 0 goals, 0 assists. And I'm listening. My thing is with Ferran, dude. I used to get mad, but I don't really get mad anymore with it. Like, I just came down to accept him for like what he is, bro.
It might be a salary issue, though. But I don't know. Call me crazy. I will still take him as a backup. But it would depend on the price, not as a crazy tag.
It's not crazy to say that.
If he's not making crazy wages, I will still take Ferran Torres as a backup for whoever comes in as a striker.
That's exactly what he needs to be. That's his role. Last season, what was his role, and he did an amazing job at it. Right?
Yeah, I would absolutely do it. I wouldn't say Ferran out because I would take him as a backup if he's willing to stick around and earn his spot or whatever against Osimhen or against Hurricane or whoever wants to come in, and whoever can Barca bring in. I don't know what the amount that we can spend is going to be ultimately in the summer, but I wouldn't say out. I would.
I think this. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Before I don't want to interrupt, guys, but I do actually have to go. Big up.
Hey, big up, Omar.
No, my house is not burning. You froze. My house is.
Oh my gosh, man's house is burning down. Yo, guys, listen. This is mad.
I gotta pack my stuff, man.
Imagine, yo, listen. Someone in the chat said Ferran Torres is burning my house right now. He's not happy with it.
That's great.
Man.
Stay safe, bro. Nah. Hey, I do want to. You know what? Yeah, big Warrior. What was gonna say, bro?
I have to record a video as well. I have to wrap up, but. Before I go, like I agree with what you guys said, man. Ferran Torres cannot be our main guy, and Deco, I really hope that he was lying when he said that Ferran Torres will be our main striker next season, because this guy cannot be our future. This guy cannot be wasting Lamine Yamal's
I saw that.
You know what I mean? Hopefully he's lying, man. But big up, guys, man. Big up the chat as well. Shout out to Barca Boy and Ricardo Fares as well. Big up Bionis as well. See you guys soon, man.
Yeah. Big up for the super chat, right? What's it called? Man, like Emmanuel says, Volume Ferran was missing the most of the chances, even when he was scoring. I mean, Volume, what do you got to say to that, bro?
No, that's true. I always said this. He normally needs like 4 to 5 chances to score 1 or 2, and that's not gonna cut it as a striker for Barca. It's okay to miss, but you have to score more, bro. Like that, you just do. And the problem with Ferran Torres, in my opinion, right now, right, it's magnified because back a couple months ago we were getting an inconsistent Ferran Torres. He would score 3 goals against Betis, but then he would go and miss 4 big chances against Club Brugge. The problem right now is that he's consistently bad. That we're not getting the one or two where he was scoring goals, and that's when things get magnified. Like right now, the streak that he's on right now, it's just crazy and it's just bad. He has got no confidence, and being a striker, it's very streaky, man. Like that's why you got to. The more you score, the more confidence you have, and the more you miss, the less confidence you're gonna have. And right now, Ferran Torres has no confidence. He can't position his body properly, and these are basic things for a professional footballer. And I don't. How do I put this? I don't disagree with people who are upset at him. I'm just saying, like, sometimes we can be a little bit overreactionary when it comes to players. There's always a saying: the strikers don't stay good forever, but strikers don't forget how to score forever either. So, like, it's a streaky thing with him, but I understand why people are upset.
Hey, I want to let me say this. I want to ask Fakado and Hafid their opinions on Ferran just overall. But my honest opinion, bro, is that by the way, guys, I've always been a guy who's been Ferran out before Flick. I was saying Ferran should go before Raphinha, right? But my thing with Ferran is that I know what he is, bro. Like, that's why I don't get crazy mad. I know he's not good enough to lead the line. He's a backup option. Like how many years do we have to see it? Year after year after year with Ferran Torres that he's not that guy. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't care. Like, you know what it is for Hafid? I just don't have the energy for Ferran, bro. He's not good enough, bro. He's not a shark. He's a goldfish, and it is what it is. Maybe he's baby shark. He ain't the shark, but you know what I'm saying? Hafid, what's your thoughts on just Ferran overall leading the line, maybe, bro?
I think Omar and Volume have said it best that his role is a backup. Where he thrived last season at his best was when he was a reserve option, where he came off the bench here and there, started games here and there. That's where he thrived. Now, when you give him the reins and the helm of being the leading striker too much, that's where he crumbles. So if he wants to stay as a reserve option, I have no problem keeping him, especially with the versatility he does bring. But week in, week out, starting as your striker, he is not it. The fries in the bag. This guy is not at the level that we need to succeed. This is why if we sign a striker, you can keep him as a reserve option, but saying that he will lead the line into a full season, lower your expectations from now.
I mean, what's it called? Fakata, what are you saying about FERRAN, bro?
Oh, starting to get my voice back a little bit, but look, I can't do this with FERRAN. Look, Jonas, my issue, you know what? I got so much I want to say about FERRAN, but you know what? I'm gonna just not be surprised. Like this guy, he can't. I don't know why Hansi. You know what? I don't know what Hansi Flick sees in FERRAN Torres that he's the starting striker. I don't understand. Listen, as much as Lewandowski misses chances, I would rather an injured old man Lewandowski than FERRAN Torres. I'm done with this guy FERRAN. I'm just done with him. He can't be the starting striker moving forward. We cannot renew his contract, and Deco wants to renew his contract, and it's not an issue, but how in the world is FERRAN Torres getting a new contract when he's missing chances left, right, and
Is that
center?
true, by the way? Is that true that he's getting
I'm dead serious. It's true.
I mean, we can't lose him for free, but I don't know, bro. Hopefully he has a release clause.
We definitely will have a release clause.
Hey, half it. You know, guys, chat, you know what's the nightmare, bro? We don't sign a striker. We don't sign no striker, but we only spend on center backs and fullbacks, and FERRAN's leading the line all year long. That's the nightmare for next season, bro. Deco, you know, he just doesn't deliver. Laporte doesn't deliver. That would be the nightmare, bro. I'm not going to lie to y'all, bro. Mad.
Yeah, I think it's only going to be renewed just to retain his value, right? I mean, again, like we all mentioned, he could be a good option for the squad. He's very, very important behind the scenes as well. I think when Araujo was going through his issues, he was the player that went and visited him at his house, stuff like that. So you got to assess.
Yo, you said, wait, hold on. Araujo and FERRAN, they're together, bro.
No. I said that when Araujo had his mental issues, when he was going through his anxiety, whatever it was, the first player that went to visit him at his house to check on him was FERRAN Torres. So that shows how big of a leadership role and how big he is in the dressing room, which is also important as well. So keeping him in the squad is going to be good. Again, we all know he's a good squad player. Just whether or not we can go on and sign someone up front for a full season, that's the real big concern.
Yeah,
man said
exactly.
Sorloth over FERRAN, maybe, bro. But
I would have Sorloth no much over FERRAN. Yeah,
you take Sorloth over FERRAN
as a bench player. Yeah,
no, to lead the line. I'm talking about.
Oh, you know what?
Yo, why is he thinking about it?
Why
is he doing it?
You know what?
I hope we get that paperwork sorted out for Hamza Abdel Karim, but he's not going to get chances right away, so forget about that.
That guy's like 18. If he makes it, bro, congratulations, mashallah, bro. Like, I don't know if that's going to happen. If he has to bang out with the B team in preseason, he's got to do it like Fermin did, like against all odds. Hamza's got to make it, so we'll see. But hey, Hafid answered that though. Sorloth over FERRAN.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out, Jonas, and have it. So big up.
Yeah, we're about to end right now.
Big up. I really don't know. What do you think?
When are you ending?
Nah, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I would say they're both backups, so it's just not good enough still. But what I'll say, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. Guys, run up the likes. We still got 50 people in the building. Support your boy, right? It was a great emergency meeting panel show, right? Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
We'll do more of these, hopefully, right? Run up the likes, guys. Let's get to 60 likes on this live. We'll be back. We'll be back maybe tomorrow with a video for sure. And then, more reactions, more watch-alongs. Guys, I love each and every single one of y'all. Stay safe. Barca, hey, we lost. We're eliminated, but we fought. We lost the right way. I don't got too much else to say. Visca Barca, and stay safe, people. Big up to the chat and big up to everybody who's watching, right?
And before we go, Jonas, if Hansi Flick leaves as the Barca manager, we do not need to replace him with Mikel Arteta.
No, that's not happening. But if you made it this far on the playback, right? You're watching after this live. Comment Visca Barca, right? Let's see if you made it this far, right? Comment Visca Barca. I'll see y'all soon. Peace out.